The debate surrounding privacy versus security has long been a contentious one, with passionate arguments from both sides. On one hand, proponents of privacy argue that personal freedoms and civil liberties should be protected at all costs. They believe that individuals have the right to keep their information private and out of the hands of governments or other entities. This argument emphasizes the importance of individual autonomy and the potential dangers of unchecked surveillance. On the other hand, advocates for security argue that in order to protect society as a whole, certain sacrifices must be made. They argue that in an increasingly interconnected world, it is necessary for governments and institutions to have access to personal information in order to and maintain public safety. This argument emphasizes the greater good and the need to prioritize security over privacy. Privacy advocates argue that without strong privacy protections, individuals can become vulnerable to exploitation and abuse. They highlight the potential for government surveillance to infringe upon basic rights and create a chilling effect on free speech. In their view, privacy is essential for fostering individual creativity, innovation, and dissent. This argument is often associated with concerns about mass surveillance programs, data breaches, and the misuse of personal information by corporations and governments. On the other side of the debate, proponents of security argue that privacy must sometimes be sacrificed in the interest of public safety. They believe that in order to effectively combat terrorism, crime, and other threats, law enforcement and intelligence agencies require access to personal data. They argue that without sufficient surveillance capabilities, it becomes more difficult to prevent and investigate criminal activities. This argument is often associated with the need for enhanced surveillance measures, such as facial recognition technology, communication monitoring, and data retention policies. Critics of security measures argue that they can infringe upon individuals' rights and lead to a surveillance state. They express concerns about the erosion of privacy as technologies become more advanced and pervasive. They argue that granting governments and institutions access to personal data sets a dangerous precedent, as it can be easily abused and used to target certain individuals or groups. This argument emphasizes the importance of protecting civil liberties and the potential for abuse of power. The debate between privacy and security is further complicated by rapid technological advancements. As the digital landscape evolves, new challenges and complexities arise. Encryption technologies, for example, provide individuals with a means to protect their private communications from unauthorized access. However, they also pose challenges for law enforcement agencies, who argue that encryption can hinder their ability to gather intelligence and prevent criminal balancing. Balancing the benefits of strong encryption with the needs of law enforcement has become a subject of intense debate and scrutiny.